It's that time of year again. You ask your Muslim friend if he or she wants to go out for lunch, and it's the same response: I'm fasting. You say, okay, maybe tomorrow, but the response is, sorry, it's Ramadan. Confused? This is Simple Islam, taking Islamic concepts and explaining them before your coffee gets cold. Wait, never mind, you might be fasting. For this episode, we're going to be talking about the holy month of Ramadan and why Muslims fast. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar. Every day during this month, Muslims around the world spend the daylight hours in a complete fast, as is commanded in the Holy Quran in chapter 2, verse 184, where it's written, O ye who believe, fasting is prescribed for you as it was prescribed for those before you, that you may attain righteousness. That's right, fasting has been a religious tradition even before Islam in religions including Buddhism, Judaism, and even Christianity. Fasting, or Sawm in Arabic, literally means to refrain, and not only is it abstaining from food and drink, but also actions such as smoking cigarettes, talking about others behind their backs, or using foul language. It is even commanded in the Holy Quran that if someone comes to a Muslim in anger, the fasting Muslim should simply say, I am fasting, and strive for peace. As a general guideline, Muslims start the fast before the start of the morning Fajr prayer, and fast until the setting of the sun and the call of the evening Maghrib prayer. Muslims don't eat or drink during this time. It was the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself that said, during the month of Ramadan, the gates of heaven are opened, and the gates of hell are closed. Even the merit of our deeds becomes blessed so much more. In his words, one fast done in the way of Allah removes all previous sins. Fasting does not mean Muslims retreat from their daily routine. Rather, they are encouraged to continue as normal in their work and usual activities. In fact, this is where the challenge of patience and endurance comes in. Muslims believe fasting is not merely a physical ritual, but is primarily a time for reflection and spiritual recharging. Muslims try to increase their level of good deeds such as giving charity, praying, and forgiving. During the fast, Muslims feel that they can understand how those that are less fortunate than them feel. It is considered to increase one's patience, closeness to God, and generosity towards others. The month is also a time of community. It is the custom for Muslims to invite their neighbors and friends to share their evening meal, iftar, and recite special Tarawih prayers in congregation. It is a time for softening of the soul and to focus our attention towards any weakness one may have. As the overall month of Ramadan is challenging, children, people who are sick, the elderly, travelers, and women who are pregnant are excused from fasting. Instead, they are taught to strive towards God the best they can. They can either make up the fast later or compensate by feeding the hungry in proportion to the fast they have missed. The main result of Ramadan is a guideline on how to live every single day of one's life, in peace, harmony, and love. Every day should essentially be a day of Ramadan, where one strives to become a better person through building a connection with God and with his people. So now you know that your friend isn't actually avoiding you, but fasting in the month of Ramadan. This was another video brought to you by the Simple Islam team. If you have any questions and comments, you can email us at assimpleislam@gmail.com or tweet us at @simpleislam. You can also Instagram us at simpleislam. Thanks for watching. See you next time.